Oh no! Ah, it's doing the orientation thing again. Oh no. Let's see. Oh geez. That's a little tricky. Well, let's see what we can do here. I think if I go like this, actually, that'll be okay. Ah, sorry everyone. Okay, I think we can make this work. It might not be perfect. I don't have a tripod or anything. Let's see. Okay, I think I can make this work. I'm gonna just scoot you guys back for sure. It like won't let me rotate the phone the other way, so it won't let me go horizontal. This orientation is locked, so let's try to reevaluate. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think that's better. Okay, I will just really make sure to, let me even see this. Okay, we're doing okay. I'll just make sure to really say what we're doing, because you might not be able to see most of me. I'm actually gonna try to move it a little bit further back. Okay, I think that'll work better. All right, everyone, we will get started here in about like 2 to 3 more minutes. All right, everyone, just about 1 more minute. Alrighty, everyone. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I think this is alright. I think we can manage with this vertical thing. Hope you're all doing super well tonight and that you've had a great day, great start to your week. Yeah, my hair's pretty fluffy today. I just washed it, so I feel like it's like sticking up a lot. Yeah, so I hope you're doing really well, staying safe, washing your hands, wearing your masks, and still trying to have a good time during all of this. So let's go ahead and get started with our usual breathing, yeah? So 3 rounds of breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then we'll just do a quick body scan and just kind of hang out for a second and get centered. All right, so laying on our back, you can either keep your feet planted, maybe you want to go to a reclined butterfly, or maybe you just want to stretch them all the way out. Whatever position is most comfortable for you. And taking a second here to make sure we're even. Taking notice of our midline running through our body and trying to become symmetrical. Not maybe holding one shoulder up towards the ear, but both are relaxed. And we'll begin breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Last time, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Continuing with nice, even breaths. Taking a quick scan from head to toe, noticing if we're holding any areas of tension. And with every breath, releasing deeper into the floor. Maybe taking notice of your jaw. Are you holding tight, grinding your teeth maybe? Try to think of releasing your tongue from the roof of your mouth and just letting the jaw relax. A few more rounds of breath here. And we'll come back together, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Again, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Last time, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. All right, gently making our way up to a comfortable seat and meet me in a tabletop position. So checking in with our alignment here, yeah, making sure that our shoulders are over our wrists, our hips are over our knees, yeah, so I don't want to be here and I also don't want to hands. So we're just going to gently move through some cat-cows here, trying to coordinate our breath with our movement. So big exhale for our cat pose and a big inhale for our cow pose. And just taking a few more passes on your own timing. Making sure that when we're rounding into the spine, we don't let the shoulders come up, but they stay away from our ears. And returning back to center, taking a few laterals. Our C curve is going to be our head and our pelvis reaching for one another, and returning back to center. Creating a C. So if somebody was looking from like a bird's eye view, I'd be making a C here, yeah? Head and pelvis reaching for one another. A couple more passes like this. Again, checking in with your alignment, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Good, and let's go ahead and take a few circles here with the chest. Getting into any parts that you don't think you've stretched out quite yet. Going both directions. Trying to gain full mobility here. Good. And we'll take a few hip circles, sending the hips back, really releasing in our hip flexors here. And going both directions, making sure that we're breathing nice and even. Good. And returning back to center, we'll go ahead and tuck our toes and push up to a downward facing dog. And take a second here to just tread through the feet, get comfortable. And sending those heels down, hips up. Taking a few breaths here. Are your inhales and exhales the same length? Are your shoulders pressed away from your ears? Are you finding length behind your legs? Taking a deep breath in. And a heavy exhale. Good. We're going to go ahead and send that downstage leg up towards the ceiling, taking a few ankle circles here, both directions. And I might not be able to do this with my wall right here, but letting the leg fall to the side. And sending it up towards the ceiling, bringing it through into a low lunge. Making sure you guys can see me. Good. Hang out here for a second. Checking in with our alignment here. Nice 90-degree angle. We're not going to be pressing over or holding back. And let's go ahead and move through a few cat-cow lunges. So our back leg can bend. Chest reaches for the ceiling. Big inhale. And exhale, push it back into a cat lunge. And inhale. And exhale, a couple more times like this. Good, and returning back to low lunge. Gently, we're gonna bend our back leg and scoot it up into a pyramid pose. Now take a second to square off the hips, making sure that we're not letting this right hip draw forward. We keep it pulled back. We reach forward with the chest and release over. Staying here a few more breaths. And let's go ahead and bring some movement into this pose. So we're going to plie the back leg, flex the front, and we'll move through center onto the front leg, point the back, and we'll plie, coming forward, pointing the back, and we're just really stretching into those hamstrings here, trying to find all the length. And one last time, plie. And coming forward. And we're actually just going to bring our back leg up into a forward fold. Hello. Releasing over as much as we can. Maybe you need to take a bend in the knees, that's okay. Couple more breaths here. Maybe taking a ragdoll here and there. And we'll take a big inhale, lengthening through the spine. And exhale back to lunge. Good. Hanging out here for a sec. Couple cat-cow lunges maybe. Again, we're really trying to get into that hamstring today. So try to find as much length. And we'll stay still for a moment here. Again, checking in with your alignment here. Yeah, we're doing some dynamic stretching, so we're engaging our muscles while also stretching other muscle groups. And we're going to gently plant our hand and release our other for an easy twist. Staying here a few more breaths. Good. And releasing down. We're going to bring our back leg up into a pyramid. Big inhale. And exhale, release. Couple more breaths here. And taking an inhale. And exhale, releasing that arm up towards the ceiling. So instead of our movement here, we're going to be rotating our chest up, squaring off our hips. You should still be getting a deep stretch in the hamstring. Guys, but I definitely feel this in my IT band. Ugh. I can see my roller from here. It's calling to me to be used after this class. And gently releasing back down to the floor. Taking an inhale. We're going to play the back leg and step it up, crossed behind our supporting leg. So our left leg should be crossed under our right, depending on the side that you started with. You started on the same side as me. And just staying released here for a few minutes in this crossed forward fold. Still trying to lengthen through that back. Don't let yourself hunch up and hunch your shoulders to your ears, but try to relax as much as possible. Couple more breaths. Maybe trying to draw a tiny bit closer to your legs. And we're just going to release back down into our lunge. Staying here for a moment. We'll drop the back leg, untuck our toes, and we're just going to gently walk our front leg across into a pigeon stretch, yeah? Stay nice and tall with the chest, and releasing over. You can either stay up on your hands, that's fine. You can go onto your elbows, maybe you can lay all the way. And gently rolling up through the spine, coming onto your hands and pushing back into a downward facing dog. I had to like walk it away from my bedpost a little bit. I was like, I'm gonna get hurt. Treading through the feet. And pressing those heels down, hips towards the ceiling. Getting centered here. Noticing if anything's changed in your alignment. Maybe one side feels longer than the other. And we're gonna gently send our upstage leg towards the ceiling. A couple ankle circles here. Going both directions. And we'll gently drop that back leg. Let it hang out for a second. Maybe a few more ankle circles. And stretching the leg nice and long. We'll push through into a downward facing dog. Oh wait, did I say push through into a downward facing dog? It meant a lunge. You're already in downward facing. And moving through our cat-cow lunges here. I still think being in this room is throwing me off. This is like my second class teaching in this room. I think I'm a little off my game. New space. Good. And turning back to center. And we'll gently bring the back leg up into a pyramid pose. Taking a second to square off the hips, square off the chest and the shoulders. And taking a deep breath in. Releasing over. How about you guys? This side is way more tense than the other. Hanging out here for a moment. And we'll gently work some movement into this. Playing the back leg, flex the front. And coming forward, undo the back leg. Plie back, flex the front. Coming forward, undo the back leg. 2 more times, plie. And forward, undo. Last time, plie. And forward, tendu. We'll just bring that leg in into a forward fold. Maybe this time you want to try something different. Step in your palms, reaching the chest forward. Maybe you want to take like a second position forward fold. Whatever you're feeling, go ahead and maybe just try to amp it up a notch. Couple more breaths here. And gently releasing out of the fold, taking a deep breath in. And exhale, returning back to our lunge. Good. A few cow lunges here. And coming back into lunge. Taking a deep breath in. And exhale into a twist. Reaching that top hand towards the ceiling, pressing our supporting hand into the floor, moving our legs, trying to rotate our chest up. Deep breath in. And exhale, release into our lunge, picking that back leg up into a pyramid pose. Squaring off the hips. Finding alignment in the pelvis. We'll take a deep breath in. And exhale, release over. Staying active in our stretching. Don't go on autopilot. We're continuously thinking of reaching the hips towards the ceiling, driving the heels into the floor to get that oppositional energy. We'll take a deep breath in. Rising up. Exhale. And another deep breath in, and we move into our twist. Now try to make sure that the left hip doesn't draw forward as we twist, but it stays pulled back and squared off. Shoulders away from the ears, steady breathing. Couple more breaths here. And deep breath in. Exhale, release it over. We're going to go ahead and play that back leg and bring it in, cross behind into a forward fold here. Take a second to square off. We'll take an inhale. And exhale, releasing over the legs. Couple more breaths here. Still thinking of sending the hips towards the ceiling. Reaching the crown of the head towards the floor. Keeping the ribs in. And we'll take a deep breath in. Exhale, moving back into our lunge. And we'll gently drop our back knee, untuck our toes. We're going to walk the front leg over into a pigeon stretch. Squaring off the hips. We rise the chest. And relax over to wherever level you're at the evening. Couple more breaths here. And taking an inhale. Exhale, push back into a downward facing dog. Treading through the feet here. Setting the heels down, hips towards the ceiling. And we're going to gently walk our feet towards our hands and come down to a comfortable seat. Good. Take a second here, maybe windshield wipering the legs side to side. Releasing the hips. Oop, mine just cracked a little bit. Good. All right, so we'll sit nice and tall on our hips here. Alignment through the spine. Make sure that we're not sticking our ribs out and our butt back, but reaching the crown of the head towards the ceiling. We're just going to go ahead, forward fold over the legs, really pulling that crown of the head down and forward. Maybe taking the balls of the feet into the hands, pulling the elbows down towards the floor to get a good stretch. Still trying to find length behind the legs. Notice how my legs are kind of here right now. I really try to press those heels forward, minimize that space underneath my knees without hyperextending. So this will be my hyperextension. We're not going to do that. And gently releasing over with pointed feet. Gently, we're going to take the right foot and the left hand, come together, and we're going to rise up for an IT band stretch, yeah? So it might help to sickle the foot here. One of the only times it's okay to sickle and dance is when we're stretching our IT band. So grabbing the side of the foot, trying to stretch out our leg as long as possible, drawing the hip back, sending the energy out the foot, and even, you can't really see it, but extending your arm. Looking away from the foot to increase the stretch. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to cross the leg over, tuck the bottom leg in, and twist the spine. Keeping both shoulders down, sitting high on our sits bones, rotating around the spine like a barbershop pole. So we keep growing and growing and growing as we rotate. exhale, let that leg fall down, and we'll release over. Sending the hips back, reaching the crown of the head forward. And we'll go ahead and roll up through the spine, sitting nice and tall, stretching the legs out, reaching forward for the balls of the feet, drawing the chest down. Trying to find length beneath those legs. And we'll release over. And gently taking the left foot and the right hand together, we'll roll up, sitting nice and tall on our sits bones, and open the left side body. Rotating through the spine, hip drawing back, leg reaching forward. And we'll gently fold the top leg in, bring the bottom leg under, and we'll rotate away from the leg, rotating the spine. I'm trying to see if the music stopped. I can't really hear it. And untwisting, letting the leg fall over, releasing over the front of the legs. Sending those hips back, reaching forward with the arms. Couple more breaths here. And rolling up through the spine. We'll straighten the legs out, and we're actually just gonna come to the floor, making sure I don't hit my head in the corner of my bed frame. All right, and actually just scoot over a little bit for you guys. We're gonna draw the right knee in towards the chest, bring it to a passe, and twist over and away. Taking a few breaths here. And gently extend the top leg to the side, like crossed over, and extend into an IT band stretch. And for an added stretch, you can bend the bottom leg, walk it in, grab it with the other arm, and we're going to flex the foot to get a quad stretch through the bottom leg. This one's always kind of hard to explain. There's a lot going on. So try to think of stacking our hips one on top of the other, energy shooting out through that IT band and away from the hip. Flexing that foot and pulling it in towards your glute to get a nice stretch through your hamstring. All the while rotating that chest to the ceiling, keeping those ribs in, and maintaining a nice, steady breath. Easy. Couple more breaths here. Continuing to send the hips away, lengthening through the spine. And jig to a planted crossed position, keeping this bottom leg bent in. We're going to try to draw this top leg as far up towards the pelvis as we can, reaching the hip down and getting a nice acute, very small glute stretch through, I believe this is your gluteus medius. So again, with that oppositional energy, pulling our right hip down while our right knee stays pointed towards the ceiling and our right foot tries to stay planted towards the ground, reaching up for our pelvis. And taking a deep breath in. Exhale, releasing the leg, taking a few windshield wipers side to side here. Good. And planting the feet here, we're going to take the left leg up and actually, pull it in, wrong series. Pull it in towards the chest, bringing it to passe. And twisting over and away from the leg. Couple more breaths here. Finding length through the spine so we don't crunch in the low back. And we'll gently extend this leg. This kind of looks funny for this camera angle. Extend this leg into an IT band stretch, bringing the bottom leg up and catching it. Right foot, left hand, left foot, right hand. Twisting. Remember to flex that bottom foot and draw the heel towards your glute to get a deeper quad stretch. Hips are stacked. Trying to sickle the IT band leg to get the deepest stretch there. I have like a stretch through my inner thighs too. Oof, gotta stretch more than I'm getting older. Taking even breaths. Continuing to stay active in our stretch, both physically and mentally. Thinking of lengthening and how we're going to use this length in our dancing. Taking a deep inhale and exhale, folding into the next stretch. Bottom leg stays down, hips tuck under. We're going to take this leg that's planted and pull it up towards our pelvis, sending the left glute and hip bone reaching for the floor and getting a nice stretch through that left gluteus medius. I believe it's the medius. It could be the no, it's the medius. If I'm wrong, biomechanics teachers and you're watching, I'm sorry. Keeping even breaths. Taking a deep inhale and exhale, release the leg. And dropping the knees side to side. Good. And make your way up to a comfortable seat. We'll finish out class with 3 breaths together. Sitting nice and tall on our sit bones. Closing our eyes. We begin breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And in through the nose and out through the mouth. Last time, deepest inhale. Heaviest exhale. Awesome job tonight, everyone. Thanks for coming and taking class. Hopefully this weird orientation thing won't happen again. I'm sure this was not the best. It's happened once before, but hopefully we can get that sorted out. So thanks so much for watching. If you want to dance with me tomorrow, come join me at 2 p.m. For Jazz Basics class. And if not, come stretch again with me on this Thursday. So thanks so much, guys, for watching. We can't wait to dance with you again in person soon. So thanks. Have a great night. All right, time for my awkward camera scooch. Bye, everyone.